Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. So this video is about transparency. So I'm coming from my son's fathers take their kids to school day. And this hasn't been the first time that I've done a father's type of event at his school. And the fathers at my son's school are so engaged, so present, and I walked out of there just feeling great that the kids that my son is surrounded by have their fathers present in their life. They're not missing that element, right? I'm lucky that I grew up with my father in my life, and it shows in how I move, because I just kind of watched and absorbed how he moved. And he was a family man. Always took care of his family, his immediate family, his us, as his kids and his wife and stuff like that. And I left there feeling extremely encouraged. Right? But then also too, it made me kind of think about other people that didn't grow up with their father present, and how that element may have affected them in their life and stuff like that. And you look at some of the societal issues, a lot of the societal issues, especially in the Black community, has to do with the father presence not being there. Now, there's a number of things that play into effect on why that happens, and I've seen it firsthand. On why that happens. But we gotta come back to home base. We gotta come back to committing to your child's mother. I mean, committing to operating with consistency, right? And obviously, you know me, you know what I'm about. I'm about foster care. I'm about adoption. I'm about being that father element to kids that just don't have it because their cards are just dealt in a way that it's not fair. It's not fair, right? And if we could just play a small part in someone else's life and make that investment into them, right, with your time and your resources, but mainly time, because that's the most important thing, then your child could be whole, right? I was just, the other day I posted something about my daughter and just kind of congratulating her in the report that she got from school, right? So I'll give you an update on that. So my daughter had a lot of trauma, right? If you don't know, my daughter is adopted. She had a lot of trauma, kicking chairs, turning over desks, taking papers off the teacher's desk, knocking it down, completely disruptive. As a matter of fact, she got kicked out of school when she was 3. Right? They said they didn't want her there. Right? She's running out of the classroom, all sorts of stuff, right? And as a parent, you're making the investment, and you're doing the right things, and you're consistently pouring into them the right stuff. And then when they're out of your sight and they're functioning and operating in a way that just doesn't feel right to you, doesn't make you look good as a parent. Every time you come to the school, you look at the teacher's face and you get this report and you read the report, and you're kind of like, you're like, damn. And then now, with the consistency, dropping the seeds every day, being present, being loving, you can't forget to do that. I know guys, with the emotions and stuff like that, I'm so loving to my kids. Every morning I wake them up, I kiss them on the forehead, I show them so much love, right? And they show me the love back. to now, my wife had a parent-teacher conference yesterday, and in the parent-teacher conference, she's describing my daughter, and we're both kind of like, her? We know what she gives us at home. You know, she's good. She's good now, but she was like, man, she's just so good. She's so helpful around the classroom. She helps everybody. She's so smart. She just wants to achieve more. She has all of these attributes. And then my wife goes, she must really like you. So her her posture is like that, right? And the teacher ends the conversation with, I wish I had 100 Michaelas in my classroom, right? Those type of reports make you feel good as a parent, as a father, that your work is not done in vain. The hard work that you're doing behind closed doors is not done in vain, right? And I'm lucky. I'm just surrounded by so many dope fathers that are present. Like all the dudes that I know are present in their kids' life. It's unbelievable. And as a matter of fact, if you wasn't present in your kid's life, you probably couldn't be my friend, right? That's just the reality of the situation. But, you know, just going there, spending that little time, you know, connecting with my son, doing a little artwork project, having a little breakfast together, sharing some, you know, some football videos and talking about training and stuff like that. It was good to start the day. Right? It was very good to start the day. So, you know, I shot this video just as a reminder. Just be present. Be present. Be active in your kid's life. I promise to you, it'll pay dividends. Allow them to express their emotions. Allow them to have conversations with you. And when you grow up different and you don't have those things, you appreciate certain things a little bit more, right? My situation wasn't because my parents wasn't present. They were present. They were very present. They just they weren't equipped with the ability to express themselves or allow you to express yourself or communicate with you on a, you know, human level, right? My kids will tell you right now, like, I'm their father, but I'm their brother or sister in Christ. Like, that's what it is. Like, I'm just your earthly father. I'm just trying to do the best I can, lay the best foundation, you know, that I can for you, and with the understanding that, you know, who the ultimate rock is. It's not me, you know. It's that relationship with, you know, Jesus Christ. So that's the foundational things that we set up on and we operate through. And I'm just happy just to be present, just kind of just see some of the fruit that God's doing, you know, in our life. Obviously, we're in a season right now, but it's not all bad. It's not all bad. We're working through this season together as a family, and that's how it should be. You know, obviously, as the head of the home, you have to lead well, not just lead. Right? Guys think, oh, I'm the man. I lead. No, you got to lead well, homie. Lead well, right? Represent what you're talking about, right? It's more about what you do instead of what you say. So sorry about this rant today. I've been making more of these rants on YouTube, but this is transparency. This is kind of where I'm at, and I'm appreciative of where I'm at. You take each day as its own day and keep it pushing. So have a great day.